And welcome back to Puerto Escondido. We have started heat number 2. Puerto Escondido Challenge, heat number 2, 75 minutes. Billy Kemper, yes, Billy the number 3 seed. Damien Hobgood, remember the Hobgood brothers? Well, Damien's gone big on us, big wave. Damien Hobgood, Grant Baker, former world champion. Will Skudin out of New York. Coco Nogales, the legend here at Puerto Escondido. And yet another legend, Roger Ramirez.
Un aplauso para tus competidores del heat número 1.
Welcome back, CBS Sports Spectacular. And during the break, we did see one wave, caught it out of the corner of our eye. Let's take a look.
Wow, look at Coco Nogales, the local boy, comes off the bottom, pulls it up high in the bowl, comes through one section, looks for the inside to come out, but no. The hammer came down on Coco Nogales. What a wave to open up for the local boys. You can hear them on the beach screaming for the surfers in the last heat.
Local 21-year-old in green, a goofy footer. So keep an eye on Roger. He knows the wave very well. And on his backhand, here is Grant Twiggy Baker. And then out front, next section down, Roger Ramirez. Nope, that is possibly from the last heat, possibly. What? Is it Roger?
That was Roger, my friend, catching the tail end of that one. Saw Grant Twiggy Baker pull up into the bowl. Being a local boy, he looked like he knew that Twiggy was too deep, so decided to get himself on the board as well. I am not sure whether or not he interfered with the surfer. I don't think he did, but you can see it here. So that's Twiggy Baker pulling up into the bowl. Then Ramirez drops in on the end to try and find some open face himself. This is the first wave of the heat. Coco Nogales coming off the bottom. I love it, dragging the hand. Super stylish, stepping on the throttle through one section into the next, and then just getting annihilated. But hey, that's what we're here for, baby. To be a part of history, something brand new. We've never had an event like this to this magnitude on a beach break outside here, in Puerto Escondido. To see it come together, it's a proud moment. Let me tell you, this is some beautiful stuff. These guys are warriors. And down the beach, what's going on down there?
Well, we do have another taker down the beach, and as we take a look at the set, trying to spot him. And again, probably taking a cue from Greg Long and what he was doing down the beach. Coco opened up with a 7.34, and again, you really can't judge that with what Greg Long did. But in this heat, the scale changes heat to heat, depends on conditions, and Coco Nogales opens with a 7.34.
Wow, there is so much action going on this playing field. Gigantic. I mean, we're talking a quarter mile of sandbar with waves breaking all over the place. Wow, it's so fun to watch. Feel the energy. Competitors area lighting up, coming in from heats right now. Guys are coming back in. That place is just bubbling with just the adrenaline and the vibe of being out in the water.
There is no priority, no positioning in terms of outmanning a person. Here we go, looking for a paddle. And it is Will Skudin, the goofy footer out of Long Beach, Long Island, New York, and charges hard, can't get around the corner, but takes position, rides out of the foam for a second. Next wave, looks pretty lined up here. Will there be any takers? Our goofy footers are Damien Hobgood, Roger Ramirez, we think, but we might have to change that. He wrote out he was a goofy footer last night, but he stood up natural today. And then Will Skudin. What about Will? Well, thank you very much. Yeah, sometimes you're pulling your vest using one of those valuable cartridges on waves you didn't even catch, just waves that are just pounding you on the inside. As we continue with our 75-minute heats, this is round 1, heat number 2. We hope to get through our first 4 rounds, possibly tomorrow, semifinal and final action. Big playing field out there. Judges have their work cut out for them. We've got 5 judges up top. As we take a look, they are on the 6th floor of a building. And oh my gosh, a bomb is coming through. And for Billy Kemper, I know at least he's in position. He's trying to scramble. Is there a right out there? We see the left. Gonna keep our eyes to the right. No, he goes up and over the edge. And here we go on the left. Somebody's dropping in. And it looks to be possibly Ramirez. Ramirez, yes, he's not a goofy footer. He's a natural footer, and the crowd goes crazy. Big wave tour event. That was a monster.
My skin is raising up. I've got full-blown goosebumps. The hair is standing on my head. That was an incredible wave. I cannot wait to see the replay, the commitment, the rail grab. Are you kidding me? Local boy Ramirez, pedal to the metal, Dave.
21 years of age, Puerto Escondido local. The number 23 seed just gets into the contest and delivers in a big way.
That was incredible, Dave. If you could just understand how much commitment it takes in order to get on a wave like that, that was absolutely incredible. He's been pounded. He's trying to get back out there, but the fact is, it's not easy to get to him right away. So, these guys doing their best to get to him in due time. Looks like he's pulled his ripcord to try to get back to the surface. Right there, he's deflating. He's gonna come inside. They're gonna pick him up.
The skippers meeting, or actually, well, skippers, that would be Kai Lenny and his sailors. But take a look at this. Twiggy Baker going for the bomb over at Bar Bar. Oh, Grant Baker just, tries to straighten out. That was an ugly, big, massive wave with lots of foam on it. And believe it or not, Twiggy Baker is 43 years young and is as board in one piece. You can see how long the leash is. He's inflated, and that's good. You're up, but now you can't get underneath the water deep enough because you're inflated. There's a no-win situation for Grant Baker right there, but what a wave.
Man, you know when you're at a movie and your girl grabs you because she's scared? I just grabbed Dave because I was like, oh, that wave came down. It looks so gnarly. Wow, that was awesome.
Durban, South Africa, Grant Baker, former Big Wave Tour champion. The vest is trying to be ripped off his head right now. He has got his vest inflated, but let's make sure he can get up and get some air. Twiggy, what a hard charger, and it's just really amazing. At 43 years young, he is still going after it.
Well, here's the deal. You're kind of at a crossroads at that moment you're seeing right now because you are in a riptide. You're getting sucked into the impact zone. You've got your life vest is inflated. We're going to cut right now to a replay of Ramirez dropping and grabbing the rail, pulling up on the bowl, trying, just missing the lip in the head, finds it, gets up on the wall, executes a line down into the bowl, gets out in front of it, and gets steamrolled, then followed up by Grant Twiggy Baker on this one. Pulls up into the bowl thing, just covers him up. He comes out, but then right there, boom! We're talking about a waterfall, Niagara Falls on your head. Just gets annihilated. It's on the back of the ski trying to get up on there. There is so much going on in the water right now, you guys.
Abe Lerner says, hang on, I got to turn the ski around. Abe needs to be facing directly into the surf with the personal watercraft. You're on your own, Twiggy's getting washed in, and nothing is easy about getting that wave and just surviving the impact zone. A 9.0 sets a standard on the size of that wave. What a wave for our surfer in green. Royer Ramirez, Jr., 21 years of age, and just had the crowd on the beach standing and screaming. And it looks like Will Skudin, another wave, number 2, and similar to what Twiggy Baker did, get a little bit of chop and the rails kind of go sideways. Skudin's already been on the board with one wave, and it wasn't a bad one at all. A 6.33, that's his second wave. Roger Ramirez has taken control over a lot of stuff in the lineup. Billy Kemper now looking to charge hard. Billy's first wave, drags his hand, pivots on it, couple of pumps. Kemper going for the throat, and it closes out on him, but will be scored decently for the size of that wave and the travel time.
Yeah, great effort right there. So fun to watch these guys paddle into these waves. Very unpredictable on the inside too. You really don't know what kind of treat you're gonna get. What's inside of the brown paper bag, you're gonna paddle into it. you know, what could look like a perfect open shoulder will hit that inside sandbar. As the tide's going down, you know, it's exposing itself even more. So it's becoming very unpredictable as far as what's on the inside. The outside is becoming more defined, more predictable. You see the open face. The inside turning into a bag of tricks. You're not sure what you're going to get.
Kemper is to the impact zone, is waved off the ski. He came by and said, I don't want it. Now you saw one hand solid to the sky means you want assistance. If not, you don't. Kemper didn't want assistance.
So here's the replay. Drags the hand, double pump, triple pump, gliding, driving, inside rail, pedal to the metal. Can't come out of the end right there. Just gets steamrolled down. Gets back up, paddles back out. There he is, you guys. If you would have seen a person on that thing, they would have been dwarfed and tiny.
Well, watch, and then, God, was that, it was either Billy Kemper or Coco Nogales. No, it was Coco missing that wave, and here comes Kemper now. Backdoor, he thinks it's a Piahi. Billy Kemper, can he find the opening? No, but what a shot. That is just epic surfing in the making, going for it.
Man, that was incredible. He fell out of the end of that tube in a very critical wave. Just came up right there after all that time getting beat down underwater. This effort, second to none, really charging, really pulled it up, commitment, found that inside rail. You'll see it on the replay. Wow, absolutely incredible tube ride right there from that man, and hopefully he's okay.
Welcome everybody watching on CBS Sports Network. Ramirez, Baker, Skudin, your top three with 48:13 on the clock. Welcome everyone watching on CBS Sports Network. We are about an hour and a half flight south of Mexico City. We are in the winter surf season of the Southern Hemisphere, but it's summertime in Puerto Escondido. Here's a replay of Billy Kemper.
Billy Kemper drives off the bottom, finds the inside rail right there. You can see him right here. Boom! Falls out of the end of that barrel. Let me tell you, that was a huge effort. Almost made it out of the wave of the day right there in the barrel, but just falls out the end and gets annihilated on the inside. He is taking gas. He's been over there in the corner. Rescue skis going over there to get him. He's just been getting throttled, and he is just trying to pull it back together right now. You're got the pride of the beach on your side, and you're gonna have to go, and he did. You know, it all comes down to that. Are you gonna go? Are you gonna be able to step up? Are you gonna be that guy, hometown hero? And right now he is.
Well, what other break that can handle these size of waves? It's a beach break in the world. I mean, we know that little old wedge in Newport Beach gets awful weird and jacked up with a wave here, but this is just amazing. As we take a look at a goofy footer, possibly didn't get an ID on him.
Believe that was Will Skudin from New York. That was a big wave, trying to get under the hook, couldn't quite get there. Pin dropped in front of the lip on a huge wave.
No, it was goofy footer, but didn't quite get the test. Now he is going to figure out how to survive. Obviously, get underwater as deep as you can. Finding the magic board is critical. Did he find the magic board here? And it does look like Will Skudin again, and Will goes deep and doesn't really set his rail. He was hoping for a little bit more, kind of comes off balance there, but Will Skudin, the goofy footer out of Long Beach, definitely charging hard, tried to better a 3.17 and improve his two-wave total. Again, the best wave they catch will be double. A possible perfect score then would be 2 perfect waves and 30 points. Baker's in second, Ramirez still holding down the lead with one of the more beautiful waves out in the lineup as they doubled his score.
Talk about going for it.
Pretty amazing stuff.
That was heavy, man. Just charging right here, gets into it. A late look, too, because it looked like Coco was going to go, but then he catches the rail right there. Goes over the handlebars, under the hood, and takes gas. Will Skudin not holding back at all. I love what he's got going, and you know what? That man is charging.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. Ramirez is still the local hero. He is out in front. We're going to keep an eye on him. Let's take a look at this wave before we go to break. Grabbing rail, going to come back out. Billy Kemper. Kemper gets a beautiful wave and doing exactly what the surfer in red last he did. Greg Long, here's another one right behind, stacking them up to the horizon. If this is a goofy footer, it's Damien Hobgood. Here comes Hobgood, high line for some speed, and the barrel, can he come out? It's getting a little ugly in there, so Hobgood pays the dues. And just when you're going to go for break, the set waves come through, they pop up. How challenging for the surfers to pick and read this lineup when we're 6 stories up and not sure exactly if there's a wave coming. They got to turn and go.
Wow. Yeah, don't tell Mother Nature you're going to go to break because she's not ready. She's going to give you something that you never expect. Tell her your plans and she'll laugh at you. Wow, those were some amazing rides right there. Billy Kemper.
Well,
Hobgood.
Hobgood's got a 5.17 in the scoreline, looking for a second wave. Let's take a look at Kemper's wave.
So Billy Kemper glides in, grabs the rail, pulls it up high, races down to the corner. Beautiful ride. Comes back out on the open face. As it closes out, he jumps out in front of it, catches the extra lump. There you have it. Behind him, Hobgood grabs the wall, threading the needle right there. It looks like it got a little tight, the barrel, and it kind of sucked in right there. It looked like it was going to spit, slam down shut. We never saw him again after we saw him disappear behind the curtain.
Coco. Welcome, CBS Sports Network. We appreciate your patronage of surfing, and what we have here on offer is a spectacular live event coming to you from Puerto Escondido, an hour-and-a-half flight south of Mexico City. It is summertime here in the Northern Hemisphere, but it is considered the Southern Hemisphere Big Wave Tour, and we are at a break that has never held an event like this. David Stanfield along with Strider Wazalewski and Strider, a beach break holding surf this size. It's unimaginable. It is one of the 7 wonders of the surfing world.
Well, it is, and the reality is there is a lot of beaches that have big waves, but to actually be able to ride them, to have shape, you know, to have a canyon like this out the back underneath that's so deep that it swings these swells across the sandbar in a different direction, kind of breaking up the swell, making it peak up into what we're seeing today is a phenomenon. It is mind-bending, trying to put yourself on these waves. Dave, look at these waves.
I believe that is Grant Twiggy Baker. Sets up for a barrel using his hand as a pivot. Look at this huge wave, and it closes out on him, but he will be scored for his bravado. Next wave is even bigger on the corner. Billy Kemper. Can Kemper drop into this thing? And there he is, Billy Kemper. Are we at Jaws? No, we're at a beach break in Mexico. Live action, spectacular surfing. The 26-year-old Kemper, and he's going to make it back out. Now let's shift to the north. Dropping in on a massive left. Take a look at this. We're looking at the rights and the lefts. And up the beach, it looks to be Will Skudin yet again. This guy is ferocious. Mom on the beach saying, son, don't take off on all these waves. He's doing it anyway.
Are you kidding me right now, Dave Stanfield? This is crazy what we just witnessed. We saw Grant Twiggy Baker pulling up into a massive wave. Billy Kemper with a big drawing turn in the bowl on a massive wave. We saw Will Skudin flying into a left, kicking out, trying to paddle back through it. Looks like he's pulling it off right now. Wow. I mean, come on. This, my friend, is history. This is what we came for. This is the next level of surfing big waves, and you know what? Proud to be here right now. Amazing. Look at this replay right here. This is a huge wave. Surfer in white. Grant Twiggy Baker pulls it up into the bowl. The big, dark, frothy barrel. The thing just crunches down on him. They're right behind him on an even bigger wave as Billy Kemper bottom turns. Look at his turn down in the bowl, looking for the barrel. What a wave. These guys, seriously, finding moments. Making history.
Takes a staff of thousands to just run this heat. So many good locals helping us out. Good support from the fine citizens of Puerto Escondido, the lifeguards and the community services. So some are staying to that south end, some are to the north. Let's take a look at Kemper here. Is he back in the lineup and going after yet another one? No. And it looks like it is Will Skudin yet again, and kind of deja vu. He is not afraid to turn and go and take off. Skudin finds himself in 5th spot, but looking for a score of a 5.72. Skudin on, I believe, his 5th wave. The guy's
You have to come in, reload, get it done. Wow. A lot of action out here, Dave.
well, Will's 5th wave, I believe, came in at a 7.87. And let's take a look what happened to his board and his body.
Well, he got into this wave, couple of shock waves coming up from the wave before, pulls up into the bowl, and then grabs the wall, and the thing comes over him. He's looking for it, runs off in front of him, just gets smashed down, breaks his board. Unfortunately for him, he's going to have to spend a little bit of time coming in, reloading. You see him right there on screen, throws the board up. He's on the back of the
Match. You're going to get hit in a boxing match or an MMA, but who can survive the hits? It seems like Will Skudin is surviving anything that's being dished out by the ocean. He has taken the lead. Grant Baker into 2nd. Roger Ramirez is now dropped to 3rd. And that means Billy Kemper right now is in. Welcome to our audience, CBS Sports Network. Thank you for joining us, as well as Globo Brazil, Fox Sports Australia, the WSL if you're watching there, our European audience as well, huge people. And during the break, it looks like we did see, was that a Hobgood? Not sure exactly.
No, that was Ramirez. That
Ramirez
was Ramirez on a really beautiful wave and the traditional peak area, taking off really late. Radical bowl, couldn't quite make it under the hood, got steamrolled, absolutely just blew him to pieces. And you know, he took another like 3 waves on the head, like we were talking about. It's not if, it's when. That thing, everybody's got the same theory on why they have him on, and that's to save their life. If they need to have it, it's there for them, and they're gonna have it. Look at this wave out the back, Dave.
Well, who do we got here? And it looks like it is Coco Nogales on his back end. Wave gets a little ugly and bouncy on the inside, can't make that section. Coco is looking for an 8.54 on that wave, and now he's going to pay some critical dues as we pan go up, and he's getting assistance or not. The ski going over and checking in on him. But let's take a look at what happened in this heat so far. Lots of action to start things off.
Yeah, definitely. You know, this thing opened up. Look at Will Skudin getting under it, having to go straight. Big wave right behind him. Another gigantic wave from Ramirez. This was the highest scoring wave of the heat so far. Beautifully executed, out onto the face, grabs the rail, gets away from the impact, and then gets steamrolled as he gets out in front of it. Right here.
How about Grant Baker?
Wow, just a beautiful bottom turn into the barrel. Falls off right at the end, skips out, just gets pounded on the head by the lip. Behind him on a huge wave, Billy Kemper just draws, flies through the bowl, flies out the end right there, bang. You can see him almost make that wave. Wow. And then here, Kemper again. Look at the size of these waves. These guys are charging. Kemper pulls up off the corner, grabs the rail, hugs it nice and clean, gets out in front of it. Really nice, clean executed ride right there from Kemper.
Bottom of the bracket, no, he's at the top of the bracket. This is heat number 2. The number 3 seed is in a tough situation, 45 seconds remaining. He needs a 7.09. Keep an eye on the surfer that had a spectacular performance at Jaws this year, or actually last year. The 26-year-old from Kuau, Maui, one of your top seeds. And I believe we're counting down. I heard a horn. I'm not sure if that was the end. But either way, if somebody's not on a wave. Yep, 20 seconds on the Tag Heuer watch, and this is going to be a big upset. Hobgood in the 5th spot. Coco Nogales, look at these 3 guys that are going to be eliminated. Kemper, Hobgood, and Nogales, massive upset. Ramirez looks like he's going to do it. The 21-year-old who's been on the beach, I believe, for the last couple of minutes. It took some time, but beautiful surf. Ramirez with a 9.0 holds on to the 3rd spot. Baker